All right, everybody, welcome to Turn Down for What. We are coming live from Daytona International Speedway. We will be having 25 drivers on track tonight for the Truck Series. This is the first season Turn Down for What has done a Truck Series. So, kind of interested to see what will happen tonight with 25 guys on track. Some know each other, some don't. We have some newcomers, some drivers that are veterans of the league itself, some drivers that know each other from the console side, some drivers that know each other from other iRacing leagues. But we have many, many good drivers in this league. We have the Xfinity Series, Truck Series, Modified Series, and there will be a Future Cup Series coming in the early spring of next year. As of tonight, like I said, we are here at Daytona, first race of the season. This will be very fast. Uh, Usually side by side draft, a lot of side drafting, a lot of trying to pull each other around the track. Green flag stops will play hopefully a big part, depending on who decides to come together as a group or a team. They did, I guess, allow teams for the Truck Series. I thought originally they were only going to do that for the Xfinity Series, but they're doing it for trucks as well.
Wadsworth, it's repeat. You got me, buddy.
What's going on, Pete?
I tell you, man. I'm glad to know that you're going to be up in the booth. Been catching a lot of your broadcasts here lately, man. You're doing a phenomenal job. Keep up the great work, sir.
I appreciate it, buddy. Anything, I mean, coming from you, that's a huge praise in my opinion. Like I said, you're always in the top spot for me as a broadcaster. So any praise from you is very, very honorable or honored for me to hear it from you. So I appreciate
Well,
it. Good luck tonight. I know you're out here in the race. You've been one of the faster guys in super speedways, usually up front. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing you back in that driver's seat and maybe pull out a win tonight here in the first race of the Truck Series for Turn Down for What.
yeah, I was actually just telling Pop Bear a little bit ago, the owner had turned down for what, that it's great to be back behind the wheel. It's literally been a year since I ran my last official. Obviously, I've ran a few league races here and there between NNR and whatnot, but man, to actually be here for Daytona, get set. I'm on the top of the practice boards right now. There's quite a few people out there that I'm going to be looking to try to work with and draft with, like you were just kind of talking about. Your brother absolutely being one of them. When we ran the NNR practice series, several months back, he was always up front, always fast. Going to be looking to lean on him for some help and advice and all that. So man, as far as broadcasting goes, buddy, you are now leaps and bounds over anything that I've ever done on the console. You broadcast on the console. Now you're over on the iRacing side. You know tons more than I do about SDK and all the sim apps and all that in order to put on a great broadcast. Your heads and tails over me, sir.
Well, I appreciate it, buddy, but like I said, you'll always be at the top for me. No matter what you say, you'll still be at the top.
Oh
I
well.
hope to emulate you as much as possible, and that's where I'm going with it. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Well, we got about 30 seconds left in this practice. Going to get qualifying done. I'm going to see if I can't keep this Raise Energy Baja on that front row, and maybe I'll be talking to you, if not first, at least somewhere in the top three when it's all said and done.
I would love to see you up here in the top three at the end of the night.
Have
I'll
a great
definitely
broadcast, buddy.
definitely catch you up here. So I appreciate it, and I'll be watching you.
All right, thanks, bud. Bye.
All right. Like Pete said, they are ending practice right now, so qualifying is about to get started. We got 25 in the field, I believe, that should be in the field tonight. One of the things I did want to bring up is Christine's Warriors. I know we have a few people out there viewing and in the chat that are definitely out here to root on Mike Allen or Michael Allen. Who's running the 88 truck. He's running a pink and white breast cancer awareness paint scheme. I will be putting that link out here for Christine Warriors in the Discord, or I mean in the chat here. Go out there, make sure you can click on the link. Let me know if it doesn't work for some reason. Get out there and try to donate and help Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Huge thing. I mean, obviously, It affects a lot of people. Everybody has a mom out there, so um, definitely get out there, try to help, and save the tatas as I'm seeing on one of the trucks here. Um, I know there's a few different drivers that have had either moms or grandmas that have had to deal with this breast cancer awareness or breast cancer. Um, so I know I'm seeing at least 3 or 4 pink paint schemes out here. So I know Byron is one of them. Um, I know I'm not seeing Mark out here, but I know Mark's mom was dealing with breast cancer last season when we were trying to help him out and his mom out and trying to put as much love and everything you could out there for people. So definitely appreciate everybody out there viewing in tonight to watch this race. It's going to be an incredible race. Daytona's always an incredible race to watch. The action never stops with everybody so close. Wreck could come from anywhere. Could be on the turns, could be straightaways, could be going into the pits, coming out of the pits. You just never know with Daytona. Talladega, iRacing Super Speedway here on iRacing as a fantasy track. These three tracks are just so fast and so competitive with the guys so close to each other. You don't really get a lot of separation from each other unless you really want to. You'll lose that draft, but majority of the time we'll probably see side by side. If they get single file, I don't think it'll stay single file for very long, as the draft really helps here and really slingshots those cars or trucks around the other cars or trucks. So, like I said, look forward to Tuesday nights for Xfinity for Turn Down for What, Thursday nights for Turn Down for What Modifieds, brought to you by SS Motorsports on Twitch. I'll be here tonight for the truck race. Tuesday night will be the amazing Rick James. You'll have to look for him on Twitch as well. He'll be bringing you the Xfinity Series. I myself will be racing in that Xfinity Series here at Daytona. So we'll see if I can do anything on Tuesday. Maybe I'll learn something for watching these guys go around the track tonight. But let me jump into the anthem real quick. Celebrate and support and send all the love to the troops that are out there supporting and defending us every single day. That love for the red, white, and blue. So let's do the anthem. All right, we are back at Daytona International Speedway. Qualifying is underway. They got 30 seconds left in qualifying. Right now, newcomer Murphy is at the front in that 21 truck, and Cole Snyder is in second. My ex-broadcast or co-commentator, starting out the season real good in the trucks, is currently third in qualifying. Pete, who was just in here, is in ninth in qualifying. Papa Bear, your owner of the entire league and series, is right around eighth. Let's see. Who else we got here? So Mike Allen, that 88 truck I was talking about earlier, supporting Christine Warriors and running the pink and white breast cancer awareness paint scheme, is currently fourth in qualifying. Jake Millsap, fifth. Josh Arnold, the perennial super speedway guru, is in sixth. Josh Roberts is in seventh. Papa Bear comes in eighth. Ruzick, ninth. Kionis, 10th. Quimby, 11th. Matthews, 12th. Newcomer Persic is, or Persk, I'm sorry, I'm probably butchering that name. 13th, Shad Swatsworth, the perennial top 3 running of majority of the race, is currently going to be 14th. Ballard Jr., 15th. Lee, 16th. Honcho, 17th. Rivers, 18th. Franks, 19th. Then the rest of the field that did not qualify. Joshua Hills, 20th. Herman, 21st. Carnathan, 22nd. Looking like somebody's name got messed up. It just says Joan. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be Byron Jones. Is in the 24 truck, and he'll be starting 23rd. Randy Busquets is 24th. Manning is 25th as they are gridding up now. Let me go around to some of these paint schemes. As I said, let's go to the original, or the first one I said, the 88. So let's go right to his truck and see if we can get a better view of it. So this is the pink Christine Warriors breast cancer awareness truck he is running tonight. It's got the metallic 88 on the side, pink on the hood, white on the deck lid. And I'm pretty sure on the side of it, it has something that looks like FCK, cancer. So I'm not going to go ahead and put that out there. But even though the stream is mature and 21 and over, but still don't want to say the word on the stream. So beautiful paint scheme, beautiful thing he's doing for a friend of his, Christine's Warriors. Plenty of you guys out here in the chat definitely should be rooting this guy on. I'd love to see him at the end of the night be in the top 3. We'll jump to another paint scheme here that I believe is the pink one. I believe the 15 is running a pink paint scheme. 15. So this one's kind of pink, but I don't know exactly what he's running it for. Levetta Sign Company, pink and black. It says Papa Bear on the side. That 24 is running a pink and white breast cancer awareness, kind of the opposite of the one that Mike Allen's running. This one, I believe, is for Byron's grandmother that passed from breast cancer. I believe he told me the story earlier. It was before he was actually born, but he never got to meet his grandmother. She passed before, so he's running this paint scheme, I believe, the whole month to bring notice to breast cancer and to celebrate his grandmother. But back to your pole sitter, 21 of Murphy. It looks like they are getting ready as the pace car is going to duck on off, and we are going to go green for the first race in turn down for what trucks as the 21 gets into the gas in the restart box and goes green for the 80 laps that we will be having tonight at Daytona International Speedway. You got the 99 of Cole Snyder on the outside with the 88 of Mike Allen pushing him. That outside line, if it can get formed and stay single form on the outside and not try to race each other, they can pull away on the outside with the momentum. That bottom line is going to be fast at first as it's the shortest way around the track, but once that outside line, if it gets more trucks on the outside than the inside, it will most certainly pull around on the outside and go around these inside trucks. You see a lot of the times in the real racing that they eventually go single file, they go to the high line, and then they just start rolling around that top line as close as they can to the wall without touching it. And they just carry the speed and the momentum all the way around those corners. But right now, it looks like everybody's kind of just set in running 2x2. No contact so far, no issues so far. Right now, I'm seeing a few different drivers coming up through the field from their starting positions. As I'm seeing, let's see, the 69 of Rivers, who started 18th, is up to 15th. Lee, who started 16th, is up to 13th. And then a couple guys have fallen out of the top 10 that they started in. Ruzic started 9th. He's only fallen to 10th. Not so bad. Quimby started 11th. Fell to 12th. Not so bad. Looks like Herman fell a couple spots as well. 99 is going to actually try to get down to the bottom as he squeezes in front of the 21 of Murphy. He leaves his pushing partner out there on the outside in that pink and white Mike Allen 88. Pushing for Christine's Warriors out there. He is left on the outside. That outside line does look like it is formed up, but they are losing a little bit. Mike needs to get down and try to side draft that 21 or now the 14 as the 21 and 99 pull away from that outside line. It looks like a few guys have dropped off that outside line and are dropping to the bottom, which is going to cause that outside line to back up and not be able to keep up with that inside line. Like I said, the outside line does get formed and gets enough drivers on the outside line with it. With the rest of them, they can certainly pull around these inside cars. They just need enough cars on the outside to be able to do it. And if the front two guys on the outside line can get enough side draft on those cars, they'll pull them back to each other. So the more you pull on the side draft, the further back those cars will try to start going. But it looks like the entire outside line has bailed on Mike Allen and Papa Bear, except for, I can't tell who's in the Sunoco number 5. That would be 5 of Matthews. So you got the top 3 only on the outside. The rest are all on the inside line. Currently, Cole is your leader. You got Murphy second, Lehman third. Then Mike Allen is technically swapping back and forth with Griff for third and fourth. Papa Bear is right there as well for third and fourth and fifth. Then you got Millsap in that 19, Matthews in that 5. Big swing from the inside. Oh, Mike Allen. Oh, wow. Papa Bear tried to go to the outside. Mike Allen. It looks like he might have sucked him around or might have touched the corner of Mike's car. I couldn't really tell on that one, so let's back it up and see exactly what happened. Looks like it takes out the whole field back there as we quickly looked. But that's too fast. As you can see, Papa, it's not getting on him. One more time, let's try this. I think Mike Allen is in the wrong car number. All right, so let's just go to Papa Bear. Do another mulligan. All right, so Mike Allen is supposed to be in the 88, and he is. However, inside he's not. So it is, the cars are all jumbled up for some reason on the thing. That's awesome. So now I've got to try to find his name and what it's listed to as a number, even though his number is 88. This is not a good start to this. All right, so this is going to be a better view. 71 pulls up on the back of Mike Allen, gets a good run to it. Looks like Mike tries to come down a little bit, but as they go into the corner, it just swings the 71 out and turns the 88 right into the leader of 99. That causes a giant train wreck, just complete roadblock back here. I'm pretty sure that at least half the field was in this accident. So hopefully we can get this camera angles fixed up here and get a better view of the next big one, as it will for sure happen at some point here. As we go through the field, looks like majority of the field is on pit road trying to fix that damage. They only have one fast repair for tonight, so got to be a little gingerly about using that fast repair. But I think a lot of these guys are going to have to use them because they've got a ton of damage. A lot of guys were flipping. A lot of guys landed on the roof. Some guys didn't have front bumpers, hoods, back bumpers. Spoilers were gone. Fenders were gone. So I would say at least probably a quarter of the field just used the fast repair, and you're probably going to see a few guys come out here with still some damage on those cars. As I see, the 22 did not use a fast repair, neither did the 71. So they're both sitting here trying to fix some damage. 71 looks like he's got some damage fixed. It's now doing the right side tires, going to the left side tires. Josh Arnold in the 22 looks like he is still fixing damage. So he might be here for a while, and so will Mike Allen. So your current leader is the 99. Iron Man, I see you out there. They only have one reset for tonight. Like I said, I appreciate everybody out there viewing. I know a lot of people were out here viewing, trying to get Mike Allen to victory lane for Christine Warriors. But unfortunately, he is in the first wreck. Like I said, as he went into the corner, it looked like he swung up to the outside a little bit, like he carried too much momentum in there. And with these trucks, the back end does get a little squirrely. So if you carry too much in there on Daytona, it will kind of swing that back end a little bit. It kind of twitches. And then the car behind you, or the truck behind you, if they're pushing you as you go into the corner, it'll swing them to the outside as well, and then turn you. So it looks like that's what happened there. It's kind of unfortunate. Nothing really that could be done. You know, Papa Bear is obviously the owner of the entire league. He would never intentionally try to wreck somebody. Mike Allen, you know, obviously he was the front car, so he was just trying to go into the corner. Just wrong place, wrong time. And it turned him down into the 99, who was the leader, who now is pushed back into the field. Now our leader is going to be Murphy in the 21, and then Manning in the 50 is going to be on the outside row with Peisk. I don't know how to say that one. In the 26 is going to be third. Lehman's going to be fourth. Hale's fifth. Lee's sixth. Robert seventh. Quimby is eighth. Honcho ninth, and Snyder, the truck that was the lead car or lead truck, is now in 10th. Pace car is going to pull off. 21 is going to take that lead spot and go into the restart box, and there he goes. He's getting a great push from third place in that 26 of Peisk. Outside line is really struggling. Skull Truck 50 up in the wall. 14 is trying to get around him. 15 is trying to get around. Everybody bailed on the 50 because he was up in the wall. I'm not sure if he missed a shift and then tried to react real quick and then put it in the wall. But he had some issues on that restart for sure. The inside line definitely pulled away, as you can tell. Let's jump back up to Murphy real quick. These guys are definitely pushing. Single file on the bottom row. These guys should be able to start pulling away from the rest of the field. I know they would definitely be hoping for that. I'm not seeing any double file for the first couple rows here. Let's go a little further back. So first double file on the outside is that 29 of Randy Bisquets back there. Everybody else is single file through the front 9. Let's go back to the 1 of Shad Swatsworth trying to catch back up to this field. Him and the 5. 5's on the outside of him. 69, 71 are trying to make up some time as well. Looks like 69's got some back damage to his car. 71 looked like he got some of the repair done. I don't know if he got all of it done, if he used the repair or fast repair or not. I would think he wouldn't have since it was so early into the race. They have 70 laps to go, 10 laps down so far. Let's go back up to the lead and see what's going on. Murphy still up here. 151 of Lee is trying to come around on the outside by himself. I don't know if that's going to be able to work by himself, but he is pulling the 29 and the 15 behind him. If they can get up to him, if he was doing this well by himself, they may be able to get up to him and push him up to the 21 truck. As the 22 jumps to the outside as well, the 5 has now caught back up to this group. So there's 5 trucks on the outside, 6 trucks on the outside with the 43 of Stan Carnathan as well. That could start building a lot of momentum on that outside lane. We're going to have to watch to see where this goes, but they are stacked up on the bottom 7 deep with another truck trailing about 2 cars behind the 19. But those 6 on the outside, if they can get lined up, start getting bumper to bumper and start pushing each other, they can more than definitely move up to the front. As you see, Lee definitely has a fast truck as he's really pulling the side draft on the 53 and then getting away from him, which pulls his car closer to the 26, but he needs that 29 to get to the back bumper. Seeing a few more people out there. Miss Vicky says, "Love you, Mike. All good." 88 hit like a woman is hit with breast cancer. The car is in the pits like a woman is in chemo, surgery, etc. But the car/woman will fight back the race of life. Definitely agree, Miss Vicky. Mike's going to try to get back up here. He's super fast on super speedway, so I would love to see him back up here if he can get some of these laps back. We could have a string of cautions. These guys are usually pretty clean to where we have a lot of races in the Xfinity season last season where they went caution free. So Mike's going to have a lot of luck to get back on the lead lap. As of right now, I believe he is 7 laps down. So he's going to have at least 7 cautions to get back up on the lead lap or do some waiver rounds or something to make up some of these laps. But I'm sure he'll come back up on track and try to collect as many points as he can, as this is a 16-17 race season. Every point matters. So coming back out on track, if somebody else crashes out or gets taken out of the race completely after using a fast repair, then you can still make up a couple positions, which is a point here or there, can add up towards the end of the season. 151 gets real close to 53, almost touches him. I don't know if he didn't touch him. It looked pretty close. But he got real squirrely there. 29's back there blinking a little bit. Somebody else. 14's blinking as well. That's just caused from connection issues or quality issues. I think the 14 is Lehman. I know he does not have any issues when he runs official races. It's only when he's in a private lobby, so I don't know if that's something he can reach out to iRacing about, or I know I tried to help him out with his quality on his different settings he had, but still blinking, but not blinking as much as he was before. He was blinking pretty much where he would disappear, and half a lap later he would come back, so you never knew where he was. But so far good tonight. He's only blinking in the corners, it looks like, here and there, which isn't too bad. The rest of the field is trying to catch back up and stack back up. Like I said, that outside line is, they just are not getting organized. There's only 3 on the outside. That 151 of Lee is really trying to make this outside work, but he does not have any help. Looks like everybody is kind of bottom feeding, as they call it. Everybody's kind of just riding around on that yellow line. They do have a little over 60 laps to go in the race. They are probably just going to try to take it easy. But some of these guys don't take it easy no matter what track we're at. They're just naturally aggressive, or in their opinion, not aggressive. They're just good at making up spots, I guess is what they would call it. But to me, I'm more of a timid driver, so I look at it as being aggressive. But if you have speed, you have speed. Might as well go somewhere with it rather than just riding behind somebody. I see Iron Man out there saying, let's see those cold dog trucks up front. I'm seeing at least 2 up front currently. It looks like the 22 is up there. He is in... Seeing Josh Arnold up here. Cole Snyder's back there. He's coming up through the field, but I think he's probably trying to hang out since he had to use a fast repair early on. I see Mama Bear out there saying hello. I'm Christine from the Christine Warrior truck. Let's get the 88 back out there. Definitely, Christine. Definitely want to see that 88 come back out here, but I don't think he clicked his fast repair, so he is sitting on track waiting for that truck to be manually fixed by iRacing. So he could wind up with about 15 to 20 minutes of damage if he didn't get that fast repair checked, which doesn't seem to be that way because he is sitting on pit road now for 12 laps. I can try to see if I can get him up here in the booth and see if he can explain what's going on, or maybe he just didn't get the button clicked fast enough. See if I can grab him. Mike, you got a copy of the SWAT's in the booth?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, Mike. I know you must be disappointed sitting there on pit road, but we got a lot of people out here in the chat asking what's going on. Were you not able to get that fast repair box checked
Didn't,
fast enough?
no, I had it checked. It didn't give me the fast repair for some reason.
Ah. So an
Um,
iRacing
it,
glitch
it,
has happened.
yeah,
We've seen that a few times in
33,
different races.
30, 33 minutes, man.
Ah, dude, I'm sorry. We got Christine out here in the chat. You got let me go back into the
Yeah,
chat.
there's
Miss Vicky's
some,
out here.
yeah.
Couple Mama Bear, which I believe is Christine. She's out here. Somebody else was up there earlier. Let's see who that was.
Yeah, there was
Yeah,
probably quite a few.
they're all out here cheering you on. Really wanting to see that truck. So,
Yeah, it
R.S.
sucks.
Smith, I think is who it is.
Yeah,
So,
it's a glitch, man. Every once in a while, it happens to people. It sucks, you know.
yeah, what happened going into that corner, by the way?
I don't know. I look at the replay. I just went through all the bumper replays, and I think Papa just got me a little bit, and it got me real loose, and just sent
Yeah,
me to the left.
it looked like as you went into the corner, your car kind of loaded up and then went to the right a little bit, and then
It
it kind of
took the air.
as Papa Bear got close enough to your bumper, it just looked like it started to turn
It,
you when you loaded up.
it lifted the air right off the truck.
Yeah. All right. Well, you're
What are you
welcome to
gonna
stay in the
do,
booth
man?
with me if you want. If not, I can send you back into there and you can wait for the truck to
No,
be
no,
fixed.
no. I'll come in there. I'll get on my. Let's see how I can.
You're already in here, buddy.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm gonna try to change my view here so I can.
Oh, gotcha. You mean change the iRacing view in the replay?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
All right. Well, right now Lee in the 151 is leading the race. Josh Arnold in that perennial 22 Super Speedway Guru is up in front row as well, riding with the 38. Nope, 98 right behind him. I believe that's Enrique Quiones who's right behind him with the 36 of Quimby. That's a lot of cold dog drivers going up to the front now, as those two just bailed on Quimby and left him high and dry on the high side. How are the trucks feeling? I mean, I know you only had a few laps there, but you ran some practice. How are the trucks feeling as far as the looseness that usually people have in these trucks?
They're, you talking to me, Kurt?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, they're not bad at all. I don't think they're bad. I mean, you got to be careful when you get up behind somebody and to tap them. If you ease into them a little bit, and just don't give them a hard push, you can lock right onto them. And as long as you stay steady, you can push these trucks. But you got to be really careful.
Yeah, I know some people like to just kind of slam it in there to the bumper, and that causes a lot of issues. What you really got to do is kind of try to burst that beach ball, is what Dale Earnhardt Jr. always calls it. There's that little buffer right between the back bumper and the front bumper as you're closing up on somebody, and you got to kind of break that bubble and then kind of just ease into their bumper and then push the gas, fully, and then you can kind of push them along. But if you kind of
Yeah.
stab it in there and you kind of break that bubble too fast, it just shoves the truck all over the place. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of the trucks myself. I like the Xfinity cars. That's why I'm only running the Xfinity series as a
Yeah.
driver. These trucks, to me, the rear ends are just way too bouncy, and the air takes so much effect to the corners and the spoilers, and
They
it's
do.
all over the place. So
And
that's why
you're
I
going
prefer the
so
Xfinity.
you're going so fast too, and at this place especially, man.
Yeah, I've heard more. It's going into super speedways. I've heard it's real tricky with the air being pushed on the trucks. But then there's so many tracks where you've got to kind of really turn the wheel, especially the short tracks and stuff. And then you get into the gas, and that back end's so light that it just messes up. As we got a few cars going to the row, Pete 14 of Griff. There's a few cars going around here. Let me jump back. It looked like the 14 blinked, and then he was in the wall. I'm not sure what happened there, so let's jump back and see that real quick and see if we can catch it. As of course it blinks because he's blinking, so let's move to the 8 truck as he'll be able to see that a little better. So you can see the 14 gets him to the wall. I'm not sure what happened there. Gets into the 43. The 8 gets into the 9. Gets into the 71. 43 gets slung down to the inside pit road. 14 collects also the 1 and the 24 as well. 9 spinning off the wall there gets a couple of those as well. So that's going to bring another caution out. I believe that puts Papa Bear possibly back on the lap if he did not spin out once he got some of that damage there. Let's see if he made it through there. So 71 got into the 8. That's some right front damage. He kept going before the caution came out, so that should, I believe, give him the lucky dog. I can't hear what they're saying, Mike, so if you hear them saying something or Papa Bear gets
they
a
got
lucky
some
dog or
guys.
something.
Yeah, they got guys checking up in there right now.
Gotcha. Let me know if it says Papa Bear gets the lucky dog or not.
Yep.
But like I said, out here tonight, we got a few different things. If you'd like to sponsor the series, they do not have a sponsor for the Truck Series as of right now. Xfinity is sponsored by Mike's Paints and Designs. Trucks does not have a sponsor. Modifieds is sponsored by the one and only Mike Allen, who is in the booth with me currently, waiting on pit road for his damage to be fixed. So Trucks is the only one looking for a sponsor. I know Cup coming in the spring does not have a sponsor lined up yet either, but Trucks is looking for a sponsor to try to help out with either prize stuff at the end of the season for the champions or the champion of the series or the all-star race, that type of thing, gift cards, diecast, whatever people can provide, things like that for sponsorship. I know, Mike, you do a bunch of different things. I think you did a diecast a couple different times last
Yeah.
season. Um,
Yeah, it's fun to donate that stuff, you know.
yeah.
I put this stuff up for some wins and stuff. It's feels good to do it too, you know, and I know these guys appreciate it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier about donating to the Christine Warriors fund. That I'm trying to put the link in the chat, and it is not working. Let me try it again here. All right, so link should be coming up now. All right, so if you guys can see that, let me know if you guys can get into that or not. You can go in and donate. That will be for Christine's Warriors. Let me know if it does work, though.
Yeah, no, I don't see it.
You don't see it in the stream chat under White Walker?
No, that's what I'm looking for now. I've got it up on my phone here.
All right, Miss Vicky said it worked. Mama Bear said it worked.
All right.
All right, cool. So if you guys
Oh,
can
yeah,
go
I
out
got
there,
it. I got it.
anybody who has not already donated, or if you want to donate more, please click that link. Go ahead and try to get out there and support breast cancer awareness. Main sponsor for tonight for Mike Allen on his truck, Christine Warriors. I see Boehner out there. How you doing, Boehner? Surprised you're not out here trying to whip up on these boys in the trucks like you do in other series. But that is our Xfinity champion from last season. We'll see if he comes out this next season for Xfinity on Tuesday night. But good to see you out there. Alpha's out there in chat as well, saying what's happening. Had a couple incidents happen. I think the first one was 3 laps into the race, Mike, when
Yeah, right
you
about
and
3
Papa
laps,
went into
yeah.
turn 1 and it just took the air off your truck as you went through the corner, and right about the point where you loaded the truck to go into the corner, and it just pulled you around, which caused I think about half the field to be involved in
Yeah.
that one. As it was at the very front row when that one happened. But this one here, I don't know if there was something going on with Lehman's truck in the 14, but I know he blinked, and then when he came back, he was scraping the wall, and that caused the 8, the 71, and the 43 to kind of run into each other because I think they got surprised with the 14 being there, and that just caused another caution. So we're up to 2 cautions, 26 laps into the race, and we have 54 to go. See Boehner out there definitely saying he will be there Tuesday. I was kind of hoping you would run trucks, Boehner, so that I wouldn't have to deal with you on the Xfinity side. I dealt with you enough on the Xfinity side when we were on console, and now I guess I'm coming back to run Xfinity for iRacing, and I was kind of hoping you weren't be there. But either way, I will definitely enjoy having you pass me or lap me or me just ride around near you.
It's definitely fast, man.
Yeah, some of these guys I
Definitely.
don't get it. But we're back under the green flag, 27 laps into the race. This thing's kind of jumbled up here. Looks like the 151 of Lee is currently the leader. Oh, never mind. 14 of Griff, who actually kind of caused that accident. So I'm kind of surprised he didn't get an EOL on that one since he caused it. But him and the 98 are up front. That is Enrique Quiones. The 99 of Cole Snyder. 2 Cold Dog cars. The 26 of Matthews is right there as well. With the 21 of Murphy down at the bottom. And I believe the 19 is also a Cold Dog Racing driver as well, which 1, 2, 3, 4, that would put more than 4 on a team, but I don't know how they're doing it in trucks. I say J-Paw back there. The one truck I have not seen tonight, really, other than earlier when he got involved in a little bit of an incident, is the one truck of Chad Swatsworth. I haven't seen him very much tonight, so I don't know if he's kind of hanging back since he might have had to use that fast repair already, but he's back there in 15th. That inside line's really trying to work. 151 does have a little bit of tire rub on the inside of the. Oh, 26 gets into the 99. Oh, that's going to cause another accident. 99 gets turned down into the 151. 151 turns back up into the 26. Oh, that's going to cause a bunch of trucks to be involved in this one. I see the 53, 5, 15. Trying to see who else is in this one. Let's go back up and see if we can see exactly what caused that. I'm pretty sure. So the 26 goes to push the 99, but the 99 just had pushed the 98, and we've learned before you can't push the pusher. So as soon as that 99 touched the 98 and barely came off of him is when the 26 hit the 99. Too much air, and it turns him. He turned down into the bottom line, then that causes a chain reaction. We see the 69 of Rivers involved. There's a lot of trucks involved in this one, so I would say at least 10 in this one. That's a few more drivers to either knock off that fast repair, or they may be joining the guy in the broadcast booth with me right now, Mike Allen, who is currently still waiting. What do you got, 25 minutes left?
8.
8 minutes left?
Yep.
All right. Well, Christine Warriors, you may see that 88 truck back out on track in about 8 minutes.
I gotta go out and log some laps, man, for this truck.
I mean, go out there, log some laps. I mean, with the way that these guys are crashing out here, some of them already use fast repair, some of them haven't. Some guys might be out way longer than you were out, and every point matters. So ride around, try to make up some laps, and you might make up a couple of different positions and collect some extra points for at the end of the season.
Right. Just show off this truck for Christine, you know.
Yeah, I see Mama Bear's out there and Miss Vicky saying, yes, get back out there, Mike. Miss Vicky says, woohoo, get those laps. Iron Man's out there saying, let's go Cole and Q. He also said, get your butt up there, 22. So he's referring to J-Paw. Boehner's out there saying a lot of laps left. There's 50, or 51. Mama Bear says you would have already gotten 2 laps back with the wrecks.
I
So
might have.
we could have a few more. Hopefully we don't have a huge string, but for your sake, I guess we can say we'd like to see some more cautions. But
Right.
I think for the league itself and the rest of the drivers, they're probably hoping that this is the last caution that we have. But like I said, normally they are pretty clean. Normally, I think we had, like 6 or 7 races last season where we had 1 to 0 cautions throughout the race. So 3 is kind of unusual, but this is a super speedway. Things do happen. Things are very quick. Holes close very quickly for drivers pulling that draft through. And the trucks do get very squirrely when the air is pushed down on that spoiler, and then you get close to it and it pulls all the air off and it packs it in there, and it just makes the rear end of these trucks really loose, which is why I said I don't like driving them. So I'll stay clear of them.
It's almost like a lifts them right off the ground.
Yeah. I've seen a couple guys go in there and they don't really try to ease into that back bumper. They just kind of force it and slam it into the back, and you can see
Yep.
the back of that truck lift up off the springs where the
Yep.
shocks where it kind of lifts it up off. I don't know if I've seen tires come off the ground, but it definitely looks close to it. Back up front, the 98 of Enrique Quiones is leading the field. The 21 of Murphy, who is a newcomer, is up here in second. The 36, I believe, is Quimby. Got a late race edition right before, I believe, 7 o'clock tonight. He jumped in. Matthews is up here in fourth in that 5 truck. Then you got Randy Busquets in the 29 truck. Why does it say 24? 29 truck. He's in fifth. Lehman is in sixth. I don't know how to say this last name. Pice, close as I can get. He's in seventh. Cole Snyder is in eighth. Shad Swadsworth ninth. Rivers 10th. We got Lee, Carnathan, Ruzick, Franks, Manning, Allen, Ballard Jr. all laps down. They got 1 to green. And Mike, you should be getting close to the 5-minute mark, I would think.
Yeah, I'm at 4 minutes.
I'm seeing some phone numbers coming into the thing now. Looks like somebody
Yeah,
named
right.
Sue popped. I've never seen a phone number pop up before. That's weird. Usually it's a username or something. I've never seen a phone number pop in there.
Yeah,
Um,
that's
but yeah, there's another friend of yours out there rooting on the Christine Warriors. So get those little bit more damage fixed up and get back out here on track and show these ladies what they're supporting for you, or what you're supporting them for.
yep. She's putting
Uh,
a hell of a fight, man.
yeah. Pace car's off. 98 is going to lead him into turn 1. 36 is getting a good run. He's going to go by the 21 of Murphy. The outside line is really not getting to the back of the 21. 4 trucks, though, on the outside are lined up, but just they didn't stay with the 21, so it kind of left him hanging here as the 36 and 98 pull away and almost left enough room for the 21 to squeeze in there between the 21 and, or the 36 and 29. One truck backing out. I believe Shed is trying to pull that old Joe Gibbs strategy for super speedways where the whole Joe Gibbs racing team pulls off and just kind of
Yep.
rides around in the back. He got up
Yep.
here to ninth, and then right there on the backstretch, he pulled down to the apron and went all the way to back to the back. So
I think he's noticing it's pretty dicey up there in front, you know.
yeah, we have a few guys that we don't normally see up front, at least in the Xfinity series. So he might be just kind of trying to wait and see what happens here. But seeing J-Paw up here, or Josh Arnold in the 22, still got some damage in the back, but is still up here in the top 10. The 69 of Rivers that we saw earlier spinning around on track from the damage from the 14 wreck, back up here in the top 6. 26 is in 5th. The 5 of Matthews is up there on the outside. 29 and 21 almost make contact. If they didn't make contact, that was close. But Randy's right there in 3rd. Murphy's out on the outside in 4th. Griff is coming around in top 10 as well on the inside line right behind J-Paw. Those two have been working well together. I am noticing looks like a whole group of cars have kind of laid off.
Yeah, it does.
Can't really tell who it is that's leading that backpack. Let me go back. I think it's Shad, actually. It is. So Shad, Papa Bear, Herman, Ruzick, 43 is Carnathan. All of them have kind of backed off, and I don't know. Oh, it's the 53 out in front of Shad. So the 53 is Josh Hales as well. They're not that far off of that front pack. So they're about 4 seconds, 3 seconds off the front pack. As you can see, Shad is not really urging anyone to go up there with him, but the 71 and 8 are saying, well, we're going to try to get up here and get a couple laps back, as Pete is 2 laps back. And Papa Bear is actually on the lead lap, so he's going to try to pull Pete up here to the front. 43 had some damage earlier. He is 2 laps down as well, so him and Ruzick are fighting for that lead or lucky dog spot. Shad, Brad, and Byron are all hanging out in the back.
All right, there we
Ooh,
go.
big wreck again.
There we go.
Let's look up here and see what happened with that. All right, so I'm seeing the 14. I don't know if the 14 is blinking, and it's... Oh, nope.
Yeah.
It was on the outside. So the 5 and the 69. That's Matthews and Rivers. So let's go back up here and see exactly what happened, if we can get a different view of this. So it looks like Rivers is trying to push that 5 truck. 5 is kind of all over the place. It's kind of moving in and out. 69 goes to give him a push, but he's too far to the left. You can't push on that left corner, especially going into the corner. But you can see the 69's trying to get to the 5. As they come off the corner right here, 5's kind of swaying back and forth. There's really not enough room there. He keeps jumping to the outside. I'm not sure what he's doing there.
Yeah,
He's kind of scraping the wall.
Yeah, he is.
So I don't know if that was what led to the 69 pushing him in the corner, but you can see the 69 gets a big run again coming through turn 1 and 2. I must have went way too fast. Way too far. All right, so there it is. 69 and 5.
I'm headed back out.
All right, Mike. Good luck.
Yeah.
Oh, so it was the 5 that turned the 69. So I don't know if maybe the 5 and 69 made contact there as they the 69 got past him, and maybe the 5 didn't like it, but that kind of looked like a turning of the 69. Not sure what happened there. That might be a conversation after race and pit road as those two meet up and talk. But let's jump back here. Bunch of cars going into the pits. I believe the 1 was involved in that one too as he spun across there. 14 was involved. 85 was involved. 69 was involved. 19 was involved. 24 does not look like he has a whole lot of damage. I'd say at least 10 cars were involved in that one again. Some of these guys are running out of fast repairs. As I said, that 88 is back out on track now, so let's see where he is. 88, there we go. All right, Mike, I'll move you back up there if you want.
Yeah.
All right, so Mike is back up in the general chat. He will be back on track. It looks like he... So he got his required damages fixed, but he has not fixed the optionals, which is... Oh, there it is. All right, so I was going to say that's why the car still looked like it was bent out of shape. And now he's used its fast repair. So that's what I was wondering what he was going to do. When you fix the required or the optionals, it kind of just kind of like slapping a Band-Aid on the truck. It'll make it look a little bit better and you'll be able to drive, but most of the time you'll still have engine damage. You'll still have some other things. So he just went around the track once and then pulled back into pits and made sure that that fast repair was turned on. And now he has the brand new, beautiful pink and white Christine Warrior 88 truck back out on track. That truck definitely looks nice with the metallic 88 on the side of it. I believe he's going to be running this truck for a little while now. And then he usually runs a military-style paint scheme. He might run for September, I believe. Or, I mean, November, sorry. We'll see what he does for that. But big shout-out, like I said, to all the people out here rooting for Mike Allen for Christine's Warriors. Mike's somebody that definitely will, go out of his way to support and help and do whatever he can for people. Mike's definitely got my full respect for everything he does for helping everybody. Not a better guy to go out there and try to help you and try to support or raise awareness or anything like that. Mike's for sure the guy to get in contact with. So let's jump back up here into the front as the 5 of Matthews, who caused that incident, is now in the front with front bumper and hood damage. Not sure why some of the guys that are causing these cautions are not getting EOLs. You shouldn't be able to cause the caution and go to the front. But that might be something we have to look at here with the admins and see what's going on. Usually what happens is you have to call it out, and there's a discussion on track between the different guys and the push-to-talks that they use, and then somebody will call it out saying that's my fault, my bad, I caused that, I hit him, whatever they want to say, that guy gets the EOL. But I don't know who was doing race control tonight, so anyways, they will have 1 to green as the pace car is going to duck off real quick there, and the 5 and the 15 of Roberts is going to be the front row. 5 is going to get a jump. Looks like he spun the tires just a little bit. 98 is going to try to get right behind him and push him. Both the front row looks like they did not get a good start. Looks like they eased into those tires, and the 5 spun it just a little bit as the 15 gets a good run on the outside with the 26 pushing him. 98 of Enrique Quiones is a really good driver. He's on the inside pushing that 5 truck with air. He's going to try to get as close as he can to the bumper, but maybe not touch the bumper, as the 98 or 99 of his teammate of the 98 is right there as well to try to push him. Both of them running box cave paint schemes, along with Joshua Arnold running a box cave. You can go see boxcave.com. They also have a Facebook page, I believe. They create little like secret compartments for racing chairs, all kinds of different desks and TV stands and different things like that. So go check those guys out as well. So the front row as of right now is Matthews and Roberts. Quiones in 3rd. 4th is Pice. I'm sorry, dude. First race seeing you out here. I probably should have got your last name said to me before the race, but I'm probably going to keep butchering it. Maybe you'll be in top 3 at the end of the night and you can correct me on it, but I do apologize for that last name. I know I'm probably butchering it. Trust me, people butcher my last name all the time. But Cole Snyder there in 5th. Josh Arnold, the other Cold Dog Racing truck, is in 6th. Quimby, another Cold Dog Racing truck, is in 7th. So right now I see 1, 2, 3, 4 Cold Dog Racing trucks in the top 7. And I don't see their other teammates. Millsap, 22nd. So at least 4 of the top 7 are Cold Dog Racing trucks. And it looks like 3 of them are lined up right there on the bottom lane in 2nd, 3rd, and 5th. That 5 truck, it being out front is probably slowing up these guys, but we're only halfway. So conserving a little bit of fuel behind this truck could definitely help in the long run. We've seen it happen last season in Xfinity, an unbelievable feat of fuel mileage race at Talladega. Joshua Arnold in that 22 in Xfinity ran out coming out of turn 4 and rolled the whole way to the Talladega finish line, which is on, it's not in the tri-oval, it's at going into turn 1. So he rolled the whole front stretch, but he had that far of a lead because he didn't pit and everybody else was pitting for fuel. He took a risk and just ran it, and he ran out, and I think he crossed the line going like 5 miles an hour. He was just creeping, but he got the win. And that's him up in the 22 with the smashed rear end right now, coming on the outside, pushing that 26 of, again, Pikes. That is the only way I can say that one. But top 10 right now is Quiones leading, Snyder 2nd, Matthews 3rd, Roberts 4th, Quimby 5th, 26 to Pice again, 6th, Arnold 7th, Murphy 8th, Busquet 9th, Shad Swartzworth 10th. Josh Arnold is up there. I'm surprised he didn't get down, but he does have another Cold Dog teammate right behind him with Quimby. So right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, all in the top 5 of Cold Dog Racing right now. Just call him Pie Guy. Yeah, I might have to do that because I really don't know how to say that last name. See Jose 720 out there saying, let's go, Quiones. I would definitely agree with you. Enrique is one of my favorite drivers to watch as well. definitely been super proud of him, watching him come through from the console side to the iRacing side. Getting a bunch of wins actually in the Xfinity Series last season in NR on the console side, then coming over to iRacing side. Perennial top 5, top 10 racer last season in Turn Down for What for Xfinity. Wound up finishing, I believe, 4th or 5th in points. So definitely a very good driver to watch for the entire season. 26 going to try to jump down in front of that 98 of Kionis. He's able to pull off the move. Now he's down in the bottom lane, but that 22 is on the outside with his teammate 36 of Quimby. Now you have side-by-side action of teammates, and 26 is kind of stuck with 4 Cold Dog trucks trailing him. So he's going to be going back and forth from the outside line to the inside line, trying to pull off blocks. But that inside line is able to get up next to him again, so now he's going to have to work to try to get out in front of that 98 truck again. I think you forgot the 19, Iron Man. But that would make 6 Cold Dog Racing trucks, which I believe is way too many for teams. As I believe the limit was 4. I see you guys out there, so let me jump back again to that 88 to give you guys another shot at looking at that beautiful paint scheme of the pink and white 88 truck of Mike Allen with Christine Warriors right on the deck lid. All right, so actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw it in cockpit and take a lap with Mike Allen. So let's see how he's driving from within his truck. You can see Mike just kind of babying it through the corners. He's kind of going off and on the pedal. That's what you kind of have to do here to stay off that back bumper, because you can't really lock bumpers, because the second that car or the truck in front of you touches another bumper, it'll turn the guy in the middle. So you got to kind of go off and on, off and on. What that does also is save fuel, and you can back up off of a driver if you have good enough cars behind you and get a big run on the car in front of you, and it'll just pull right around them. But you can see Mike's now right behind the 85 of Brad Herman in that TJ's Team Foundation truck, and now he was able to clear the 24 as he was able to get to the back bumper of the 85 and get dragged past that 24. But back out front, you got the pie guy, as Peter called him until I get correct pronunciation of his last name, in that iRacing paint scheme up front, along with Kionis down on the inside with the 99 Cole Snyder pushing him. The 26, who now I'm getting from Iron Man, is a friend of CDR. So that would be 26, 36, 26, 36, 98, 92, or 99, 22, and 19 all friends or teammates. So that's 6 trucks working together. That's a pretty stout combination if that's the case, because I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them in the top 5. We have 32 laps to go as the 19 is on pit road. That's the other group member of the Cold Dog Racing, as it looks like the 5 or the 69 got loose there. and it backed it up. So now looks like we have a small grouping. So let's go to the second group. I believe that's the 1 again that's leading the charge on that one. Actually, they're not that separated. It appears to be. Nope, it is. The 69's backing up for this group. You see that one truck with a little bit of damage on that left rear? That is going to cause him to drag a little bit on that spoiler, as it's going to be bowed a little bit. I don't know if he used the fast repair earlier. I'd love to be able to have that next to the, or on screen, that I could see that, but don't have that yet. You see that 8 truck of Pete Ruzick in that Raised Energy truck. That was Pete, who joined earlier in the broadcast booth before the race to give us a little rundown of what was going on track and how the trucks were feeling. He is currently 1 lap down, so him and the 151 are fighting for that lucky dog spot if a caution does come out, and that 151 is moving up the track. He's still working that outside line. He was working it earlier. Him and the 43 and the 69, along with the 6, I believe, of Expert Racing back there, are trying to form on the outside to get back up here to the front. If that 151 can get past the leader and get up to the front, then that would put the 8 of Ruzick on the lucky dog spot if a caution does come out. So far, so good. 26 leading the race, 22 on the bottom, followed by the rest of the Cold Dog group of the 36, 98, 99, all following each other. The 5, I'm not sure what happened there, but he ducked on off track, so that's what happened to him. 151 still trying to come around on the outside with the 43 and 69, and now the 29 has joined in up there. The more trucks that join in up there, the faster these guys are going to be able to pull around those inside cars by getting down and side drafting. The problem is the 151 has some hood damage and right front damage, which is going to cause him to drag a little bit, so he's going to need more trucks than the inside. Oh, never mind. He bails on the top line that he was trying to create the whole time. But up front right now is the 26 and that perennial super speedway guru of the 22 of J-Paw, with Quimby following him, Kionis following him, Cole following him. So 5 Cold Dog Racing trucks all in the top 5 on that inside lane following each other. 28 laps to go now. Kind of wish I had somebody else in the booth right now, because it is very difficult to talk to yourself for this long. It was nice when Mike was up here, but Mike definitely needed to jump back in that 88 and try to make up a few positions. Actually, I think he's made up... nope. He is 2 laps from moving into the next position on track. So if he can make up 2 more laps on the 50 of Manning, then he will be in 22nd. So right now you have the 26 of Pi up in the front. J-Paw followed second. The rest of the Cold Dog guys all there. Pi's going to move out. I'm not sure why, unless he's needing to conserve fuel. That's usually what happens there. Is you get a guy, either J-Paw complained of temperatures. Following the trucks like that, you can build the temperature up on the water temp, and it'll cause some damage or slowing down of the engine. But that looked to be like either the 26 needed to save fuel, or the 22 was complaining of water temp being too high. So they swapped positions there so that the 22 could get fresh air on the nose, and the 26 can get behind him and try to conserve a little bit of fuel like the 36, 98, 99 is doing. The outside lane had a really good run, but they quickly broke up. I'm not sure why, but it looks like everybody bailed on the outside line again, and they're going down to the bottom. This is normally what happens. They get kind of single file, and everybody kind of rides around the bottom, and then every once in a while somebody will creep up there by themselves, and a couple other guys will say, you know, I don't want to ride 8th. I want to get up to try to, you know, get to the front. and we'll jump up there and try to help him. But currently, the 43 of Carnathan is on an island by himself. And as I say that, the 69 jumps out of the bottom line and goes back to the top lane to try to get to him. So we are 25 laps from the end of this race, and right now they are mostly on 20-lap-old tires. Fuel should be set at 70%, I believe, for the trucks as well as Xfinity. So I would think right around 30 to 35 laps is when we'd see a pit stop. So it's going to come down to the wire. If guys are saving fuel now, they may be able to try to stretch that extra couple laps. But I don't know if you can save that much fuel on just doing this. Maybe if you were further back in the field in the draft. But these front cold dog runners all riding like this, I would say the 98, 99 have been the two that could have been saving the most because they're 4th, 5th on the inside line. But Pie's not going to be able to save that much being in the second spot on that inside line like that. How's it going, Coyote fam? So everybody out there in chat, I mean, I have a feeling I know who's going to be picked, but give me your best opinion on who you think can win this race. I know everybody out there for Christine's Warriors are going to say the 88, and I would love to see that. However, he is still 31 laps down. He has moved into 23rd position. He is closing in on Millsap in 22nd. He's 4 laps from moving up into that spot. But he's going to be really hard pressed to get all those laps back with 23 laps left. So, other than him, give me your best guess on who you think is the best suited or the best choice to possibly win this race. Iron Man's choosing the 98 of Kionis, who is 4th on the inside line. That's not a bad pick because Enrique has been back there in the 4th spot on that inside line and has been able to probably save more fuel than anybody else up here next to his teammate behind him of Cole Snyder. But two more, or it looks like another truck jumped up front in front of J-Paw. That's Rivers. And there's 3 trucks on the outside. The problem with that outside line is everybody likes to jump up there, and then once the first truck clears the front row, they just bail on it. So you just get guys that are kind of just going up front, bailing to the bottom, going up front, bailing to the bottom, and eventually, if you're the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th truck in that outside line, you get hung out to dry because the front 2 or 3 were able to get past the leader. What I like to see is that outside line work together and say, hey, none of us are bailing. We're all going to pull around and let me know when the last truck pulls around the leader, then we'll all go to the bottom. But it doesn't seem to always work that way. That 43 and 9 are really moving on the outside line, just the 2 of them. These guys are getting separated. I think some of them might be coming down pit road. I seen the 8 bail off. He was on 23 lap old tires, so I don't know if he's maybe trying to pit now and try to get ahead of it, but he is 1 lap down, so he's going to be coming out by himself, but he was in the lucky dog spot. 9's able to get out in front of the 43, and the 69 was bailed on, so he's now going back to field. 29 has moved up in 3rd. J-Paw's in 4th. 26 of Pie is in 5th. Rivers was trying to find a spot there, but couldn't get in between the 22 and 26. 8 is now coming out of pit road. I don't know if he'll get going. He might be able to fall in line with these guys. More coming down pit road. So you see the whole front pack is now pitting. So the 8 pitted 1 lap ahead of time. But he's going to be by himself. All these guys should be able to pit together, grab fuel, tires, see if anybody just takes fuel. That could be a strategy thrown in here, but the problem is you're going to go out by yourself if that's the case, and if nobody else does the same thing. I'm hearing somebody, that was Papa Bear, saying he was going to go 1 more lap before he pits. 37's now in the pit road as well. I don't think everybody took tires. That was pretty quick. Let me see the times. 12.5, 11.8. Nope, that's a full stop. So 4 tires and fuel for everybody. So that whole group is going to come out now. It's about 15 cars deep. We'll see if anybody's able to pull around each other. The 22, I believe, is going to be scored as the leader with Pye right behind him, and the 99 of Cole Snyder right behind his other teammate at the 26. So you'll have Josh Arnold, Pice, Busquet, Quimby, Snyder, Kionis, Murphy, Shad, Swatsworth, Herman, Hales, and Jones is your top 11 currently. And those are, actually, sorry, Matthews is the last car on the lead lap in the 5. So these guys are going to get kind of separated. It's going to kind of shrink the field a little bit because so many guys pitted together, but then there's a bunch of guys who didn't pit together. They kind of went off their own cycle. And that kind of separates everybody by splitting it up and going in different cycles like that, different strategies. See Mama Bear saying, if my truck, which is the 88, can't win, I want the other breast cancer truck to win. That would be Byron Jones with a 24. And he is currently in 10th. So still on the lead lap. Has a chance. 19 to go now. J-Paw is leading this group of Cold Dog racers, and they are trying to work together to get all put back together. I see that one truck is finally trying to make a move up to the front. He has been pretty much riding around in the back majority of this race, and now he is up here in the top 8. Papa Bear is trying to get going as he's going to be on the lead lap as well. Whoa, 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 43 is getting spun to the inside. He saves it. He's on the apron. I don't think that's going to bring out a caution. It was a solo car, and he is on the apron, so it's not going to bring out a caution, but that's really going to ruin his day. The 22 of Josh Arnold is currently leading. Peiska second, Snyder third, Quimby fourth, Kionis fifth, so the whole Cold Dog Racing group is now in the top 5 again. Just outside the top 5 is Murphy in 6th, Shad Swatsworth 7th, Herman 8th, Hales 9th, Jones 10th. At this point, the Cold Dog Racing group has been pretty dominant racing together. If I was anybody else in this top 10 from 6th on back, I would be calling it out to those guys saying, hey, those 5 are working together clearly. Let's the rest of us all work together. That would be 6 on 5. So as you can see, with the 21 jumping up there, 9 jumping up there, 1 jumping up there, 85, 8. If he can get the 53 and the 24 to jump up there, that would leave all 5 Cold Dog Racing guys on the bottom against 6 or 7 trucks on the outside. They could all eventually blow past those Cold Dog Racing guys and make them have to try to work with other drivers. The problem is once guys start to clear, they start bailing to that bottom line. So we'll see what happens here, but that outside line is formed. They have 5 strong guys. Shad's definitely a strong super speedway runner. Herman is a strong iRacing driver in any vehicle. Ruzik, the guy we talked to earlier in the race, pre-race show, he's a very good super speedway racer. He's always usually up front. He said about working with the one truck, and he's currently 1 position behind him. That 21's a new driver. I haven't really seen him very much, but he seems to be right up here being able to run. The 9 truck is Joshua Franks of Expert Racing, is up here in 4th currently. So good showing from Joshua Franks tonight. A lot of guys were dogging on him from last season at Xfinity with some issues he was having. But from what I understand, he put a lot of time in racing by himself, racing with a couple of different guys, trying to get better, and felt like the trucks were a better fit for him. So seems to be working out tonight so far as he is now in 3rd. That 21 bails on the outside line, though, and that's usually what happens is that outside line bails to the inside line, and it leaves only 4 on the outside line now and puts 6 on the bottom line. But Murphy's out front with 5 Cold Dog Racing trucks behind him. The 9 of Joshua Franks is being trailed by Shad Swatsworth in that 1 in the McDonald's paint scheme. Then it is Brad Herman in that 85. TJ's team, kind of a Tron paint scheme in my opinion, but I know that's the paint scheme from Brad Keselowski, I believe. But it kind of reminds me of a Tron. It's probably showing my age, the 80s movie. But that's what it kind of looks like to me. But those 5 are lined up with Joshua Franks, bails on his teammates, goes to the, or I mean, Joshua Arnold bails on his teammate and goes to that outside line to work with Joshua Franks, Brad Herman, and Pete Ruzick. Now Byron Jones jumps to that outside. Now there are 6 lined up on the outside, 6 on the bottom. This is what I was talking about. If these guys could get lined up, if enough cars go to the outside, they should be able to pull around. And Josh Arnold is that perennial, like I said, super speedway guru. He always finds himself up front, always finds himself, in the top 3 at the end of the race, or at least in the mix at the end of the race, and wins a lot of these races, especially on console, especially now that he switched to iRacing. He's figured it out. He's won already on Talladega, in turn down for what last season in Xfinity. Could he be going for Daytona to lock up the second super speedway win for him? Actually, no. I do believe he won iRacing super speedway last season as well for turn down for what. So he's already knocked off 2 out of the 3 super speedways in turn down for what. We have 13 laps to go now. Josh Arnold up front with that smashed rear end, somehow still able to pull the speed he's pulling. Shad Swats, Brad Herman pushing Shad on the outside in that McDonald's car. First time we've seen the one car go to the front, and him and Brad are working together and going to the front now with Josh Franks, Pete Ruzick, and Byron Jones all following in suit. Let's see if Shad stays with that outside line or if he bails on the outside line. He's going to bail on the outside line. Oh, that's got to be irritating for the guy who pushed all the way up there, and then you bail on him. As now you see Shad trying to pull blocks going back and forth from the inside to the outside line. He's back on the outside line with his favorite pusher, Brad Herman. Shad does still have some damage on that rear as well, so I'm seeing Shad able to make some speed with damage. Josh Arnold making speed with damage. Ruzick with a little damage, still making speed. It's kind of surprising, but the 2 guys in front both have damage to the rear. Shad and Brad's pushing Shad real hard into the corner. As long as they stay together, they should be able to pull around on this inside line. However, that inside line is now stacked up 8 deep. Outside line only has 5. They need another truck or 2 to get to that outside line to really help with them. If not, I mean, Shad and Herman should have asked for Murphy to try to jump up there with them. That would be leading the whole outside line of non-Cold Dog racers. Byron jumps out of the outside line and goes to the inside line as well. Now that puts 9 trucks on the inside. And as you can see, that outside line is now falling back. And they will continue to fall back until other trucks jump up there. The 98 of Enrique Quiones has now jumped to the outside line as he got shuffled back there. But now he's on the outside line pushing Brad Herman and Shad, with Ruzick pushing him. He's got some lap cars coming up in front here of Busquets and Lee. Hopefully they can stay to the outside and stay out of the way of these Lee lap cars. Those 2 look like they're up on the wall. At least they're out of the way. So Shad is trying really hard to battle with Brad Herman pushing him. Those 2 did run very well in a late models series race for a different league last weekend. So it looks like those 2 have kind of linked up and gone from the back to the front, as they were pretty much running to the back of the race this whole time, and has now decided with 15 laps to go that they're going to try to push. So they're now in front with 9 laps to go. Oh, Pete's getting turned. Oh, Pete got on the wall. It takes out the 24 and the 99 of Cole Snyder as another caution comes out with 9 laps to go. That's going to be, I don't know what's going to happen here. Who's going to take tires and who's going to not take tires? I would think anybody in the back is going to take tires. I would think if you're in the front 5, 10, you're not going to come down pit road for tires. However, there is only 10 trucks on the lead lap. So, this could be tricky because I think it's going to score Josh Arnold as the leader, Murphy second, Pye third, Shad fourth. I think if I was Shad on back and Arnold, Murphy, and Pye don't turn down pit road, I would swing down pit road. You're only losing 6 spots. It's a super speedway. You can make up the draft, make up the spots real quick. I would just go for it. He can fix a little bit more of that damage, too, because he's definitely got some of the spoiler. Yeah, Boehner, I know. It's super speedway. Tires don't really matter that much, but they've been on the track for 14 laps. I mean, a little extra rubber might help. I don't know, but I don't know. Four spot, you're only losing, like I said, 6 spots to go to 10th. Only 10 cars on the lead lap. I don't know. I would probably do it. Because I don't think this might not be our last caution. So I might try to do it and then kind of watch to see what happens. Byron's trailing smoke. That's the other breast cancer truck that somebody was calling out earlier. Arnold does not pit. Top 3 don't pit. Shad pits, leaving Herman and Joshua Franks out on track. The rest of the top 10 is coming down pit road. So the farthest Shad might lose is he might lose 2 spots. He might go back to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's going to lose 2 spots. That's not bad. So this is what happened earlier. Let's go to the 8. Let's go before it happened. So the 1 got kind of pushed hard by Herman, and that kind of caused a chain reaction back behind as Shad hit the wall. And that threw Pete into the wall, then turned him down onto the 99. Also got the 36, 98, 24, all involved in that one. So Quimby's still in the pits, so is the 98. Shad's back out on track. I believe he's going to be the first car coming out of pits. The 88 back out on track. 151 still out on track. 71 coming back out. 15, 99, 53. And now I see the 24 moving, so he's going to use his fast repair. The other guys I don't believe have fast repairs because pretty sure they used them earlier. The 8 for sure used it. Shad's still got some damage back there, but I mean, when you jump to the 22 and look at his damage compared to everybody else's, and he's up front leading, so he's been one of the faster trucks on track. However, he did have 4 teammates behind him pushing. So I don't know. I like Brad Herman sitting back here in 4th. Shad's only going to be, let's see, where's Shad going to come out? 5th. So he's going to be on the inside line in 5th. That's not bad. He only lost 1 position. Come on. That's 1 position, Boehner. And he moved from the outside line to the inside line. We are on 1 to green as they stack up in double file again. Joshua Arnold out front with Murphy on the outside row. Pye on the inside row, right behind his teammate of Joshua Arnold. 85 of Herman on the outside. Shad Swatsworth on the inside in that 1 truck, and the 5 of Matthews is out on the outside of him. So with that caution, that did put Quimby on the lead lap as well. So now there is 11. Six laps to go now. This was our 5th caution of the night. Pretty decent number for a super speedway, I would say. Even the real NASCAR racing, I think you see at least 3 or 4 for sure on a super speedway. So, yeah, Boehner, once I saw that replay and him tagging the wall, it's clear to go down to pit road. But even to do so, he only lost 1 position. So pace car is going to duck on off, and we got 8 to go, or 5 to go now. Josh Arnold's going to get a good start. Pye's going to spin the tires just a little bit. 21 didn't get a good jump either. That's going to stack the outside line. Josh Arnold's going to be on that inside line in first position with Pye pushing him. Shad's now going to try to push the 26. The 98 of Enrique is going to try to push, or the 53, sorry, is of Josh Hales is going to try to push Shad as well. What is it doing? There we go. 21 of Murphy being pushed by Herman. We've seen Herman push other trucks, and he has done a very good job pushing. So he's trying to push that 21 past the 22. The 99 of Cole Snyder is now on the outside pushing Brad Herman as well with 98 of Enrique. Quiones on the outside as well. Shad's on the inside line in third on that inside line. 5 to go, coming to 4. Front 4 rows are double foul. Ooh, that 85 is just a very good pusher. He's really helping that 21 stay right next to the 90 or the 22. I think the 22 should come off the corner side draft a little bit and then pull away from him, but he's not really coming down the side draft at all. So I can't believe that 22 is really hanging with these guys with that damage. That whole left side is pushed in on that rear bumper. So I thought aerodynamics was a huge deal on super speedways, but apparently not. 3 to go at Daytona International Speedway. First race of the race for season for turn down for what? Yeah, the whole E is smashed in on the box cave side of the car or the truck. So we have 3 to go coming onto the backstretch. Who's gonna bail on who, and who's gonna try to push who? And are we going to see maybe a little aggression and pushing going into the corners that might bring out another caution? But so far they seem to be wanting to just stick to each other and push. But we've seen it many times where it comes down to the last corner and somebody bails on somebody else, or somebody tries to make a move that somebody else might be trying to make at the same time, and they collide. So we'll see what happens with 2 to go now at Daytona International Speedway. First race of season 1 of the trucks. As you see a lead lap or a lap car get out of the way there. Herman's going to squeeze down in front of Josh Arnold. He's not cleared. And that's going to wreck the whole rest of the field. Only 2 that cleared it is the 21 of Murphy and 22 of Josh Arnold. The entire rest of the field is parked in turn 2. And Boehner, if you're out there, that is the exact move I saw in the Xfinity Series last season by you. So you should have called Brad before the race and said, don't do what I did. This is going to get very interesting because a lot of guys have used fast repairs. And like I said, the entire rest of the field was in that crash. The only 2 to clear it from the lead lap cars is the 21 and the 22 of of Murphy and J-Paw. The rest of the field was all just parked in turn 2. I don't know what's going to happen here. I'm seeing a lot of trucks already on park or pit road that had to tow. I'm seeing, let's see, 85, 26, 99, 15, 151, the 1, the 98, 99, I think I already said that one, 19, all on pit road. Yeah, Mama Bear, we definitely can't thank Michael Allen enough. Definitely appreciate you coming out. Everybody that came out to push for Christine Warriors. Appreciate you coming out and supporting me in the stream and supporting Mike for the race. Definitely good luck to everything you're doing, and I see you said you're doing a walk in October. Um, Definitely appreciate you watching from now on. Mike definitely has a couple tracks on the schedule that he's very good at, so we'll see if he's able to pull off a win this season. It was close last season, actually, a couple times, so we'll see what happens here. Boehner, that was a move to get in a position to win for Herman. Absolutely. I kind of thought they would try to get down. It just, with this track, the speeds that they're holding, you can't even second guess it. If you're going to make a move, go. Because by the time you even think about it, the hole is already closed up. And I think Herman waited just a split second too long, and that gave a chance for J-Paul to pull draft from that 21 truck as they pulled down in front of him, and it pulled him just enough to Herman's left corner, which you can't blame Arnold because it's 4 laps to go or 5 laps to go. He's not going to lift. We watched it Friday night Friday in the trucks for Talladega. The 38 truck did the same thing in that race. They 23 tried to cut down on him of Purdy, I believe, and they said 38 wasn't going to lift. Why lift? You're already in full speed. No reason to lift. All right, so yeah, I can do that. 21 of Murphy, still looking clean. 5 of Matthews, definitely got some damage on that one. 151 of Lee, definitely got damage. Randy Busquets on the 29 has a little bit of damage here and there. Most of his looks like it's on the fender. 71 of Papa Bear. I believe he has some front damage, if I can get to it. Yep. So front damage on him. 43 actually looks pretty clean. Of Stan Cornett. Actually, nope. Right front fender is damaged. Mike Honcho in that 37 has right front damage. The 14 of Lehman has right front damage and some other damage. 53, let's see. 53 has damage. 8 has damage. 9 is parked. 15's parked. 19's parked. 22 has damage, obviously. He stopped for fuel and tires, I believe. Yeah, he's only on 1 lap old tires. 24 has damage. 26 is in parked. 29 has damage. 32 is off track. 36 is off track. 37 has damage. 43, like I said, is clean. 50 is off track. 53 off track. 69, not seeing him. Off track. 85 parked. 88 parked. 98 parked. 99 parked. And the 151, like I said, has a little damage. Pace car is going to duck off, so we got about 8 cars running right now. 21 of Murphy's going to get a good jump with the 29 of Busquets on the outside with damage. 21 is the only clean truck in the top 10 right now, and he is going to try to pull away. However, even though these trucks have damage, they can still pull enough draft on each other to blow the doors off of the 21 if they can get to him and he doesn't block them. If they all lined up right now, I mean, yeah, he's pulling away, but never mind. The rest of them all fell off for speed. Now we have 2 to go. '21 out front of Murphy. First race and turned down for what? 37 of Mike Honcho is a lap down. The closest next driver is Randy Busquets, and he is falling back and now 25 seconds back. The whole field of second on back has fallen off. 53 is Hales. He is 20. Something's going on here with the timer. All right, Busquets is half a track back, so. One to go now as the 21 of Murphy is being pushed by Mike Honcho, who is a lap down car. We got 6 lap down cars in between the next car on the lead lap. And I believe that's the 22 of Josh Arnold, who's trying to catch up, but just was too far behind after pitting. 21 on 24 lap old tires is going to come off of turn 4, and he is going to take his very first victory in his very first race in Turn Down for What, the brand new season 1 of trucks for Turn Down for What, as that is our race winner in that 21 quick lane truck. We will try to get the top 3 in the booth, and that is Murphy, Arnold, and Ruzick. Pete will be 3rd place. Josh Arnold or J-Paw in the Cold Dog Racing truck will be 2nd, and newcomer Murphy will be in 1st place in the 21 truck. So let's get these 3 in here and see what happened here. I'll actually follow the 21 around here, see if he does any victory burnouts. We're just waiting for the 21. It's a long way around this track. We're waiting for the 21 to come around and just do a couple little burnouts here. I would definitely do a burnout if it was my first victory. If I happen to win on Tuesday, I will burn them down until the tires blow off or the engine blows up. All right, I will get everybody in here. Switch over to the post race. I see Josh is already in here. Pete's already in here. And let me get the 21 of Murphy. Why am I not seeing that name anywhere?
He's doing his burnout right now.
Oh, there he is. Get old J. Paul back up in here, sneaking off to the general chat. Let's get you 3 in here. All right. 3rd place tonight is the wonderful and magical Pete Ruzick, and coming home in that 8 truck in the Raise Energy paint scheme. Pete, talked to you before the race. You said you were going to try to link up with the 1 truck. You guys were all lined up on that outside line whenever the 85 tried to sneak down in front of that 22 truck and just was not clear yet. And you guys all basically created a parking lot in turn 2 with 5 laps to go. What could you have done any different? I know you got involved in a couple little incidents early on in the race, but you were able to battle back, bringing it home 3rd tonight.
Yeah, the first caution that came out and at like lap 5 or so, it cost me my quick repair real fast. Then from there, I was kind of hanging back, talking to a few of the guys, just trying to do what I could to stay out of trouble. Ended up getting caught up in his 2nd wreck, and from there on out, I was just really trying to stay in the draft, stay with some people, make whatever time I could down pit road after actually getting a black flag for some reason. Not quite sure what that was for. Served that, ended up 2 laps down, and just with the issues that we all saw, able to rally back, grab a P3, and man, I'm glad I actually get to talk to you. And what a flip for once, huh?
Yeah. We said it before the race that I was hoping to see you in the booth after the race, so kind of a different feeling, I guess, for sure. Normally, you're the one interviewing the rest of us on track, at least when we were in console, and now I'm actually getting to interview you in the top 3. Maybe this will become a trend for trucks on Sunday nights.
Hey, you never know. I'm happy to be to be back racing, be back streaming. Definitely want to thank a few people that came out and said hi to me. First few names I've seen in a long time. Taking the gloves off, gonna grab a quick swig of some Raise Energy. and man, I'm gonna appreciate this one for a while. We're gonna go to the to some of these other tracks here pretty soon. Some I'll be good at, some I not so much. With the time I had to take off because well of the computer issues I've had, I I've forgotten every little tip and trick that I had learned. So it's gonna be a learning curve for me all over again.
Well, speaking of that, we have Phoenix coming up next week. Not
I
a
might be in
great
the booth
track
with
in
you.
my opinion. I can't stand Phoenix to be able to race it. I just can't figure out that track. So um, we'll see what happens next week at Phoenix for you. You're welcome to join me in the booth, but hopefully that's after, for some reason, some catastrophic issue happens. But hopefully you can stay in the race and figure it out and practice ahead of time. But definitely appreciate you coming to the booth. Great job on finishing third. Great start to the season. Daytona is always that, who knows what's going to
Wild card.
happen. And
Yeah.
you're bringing home third tonight. So starting off the season in third in points.
Yeah,
Any shout outs?
definitely. Absolutely, got to give a big old thank you to the one and only Shane Wolf for helping me out with the paint scheme. Big shout out to you as always. Like I said in pre-race, man, you've grown more than I ever did. Going from the console over to iRacing, learning all of what it takes to put a broadcast on this platform. Of course, Papa Bear and the growth that he's shown in leaps and bounds. Going, not to say anything bad about him, but going from a guy that was just holding on to races in the Truck Series back in NNR a couple years ago to now owning two and three different series under the Turn Down for What banner. Huge shout out to him also.
Definitely agree with you there for sure. Big shout out for Mike for putting on this entire league, three different season series, possibly a fourth coming in the spring. So definitely big things coming, and it's all due to Mike being there to give us all a place to be and give me a place to sit in a booth. And Tuesday's the race. So appreciate you, Pete, and we'll catch you next week. Hopefully here in the booth as well.
Thank you, buddy.
All right. The one and only Super Speedway guru always seems to finish in the top three. Usually wins the races, but comes home second tonight. Josh Arnold, or otherwise known as J-Paw, part of that Cold Dog Racing group that was being rooted for by Iron Man and a few others out there. You bring it home second tonight. What could you have done any different for Murphy? I know the cautions obviously kind of hindered you there, especially with I think it was Herman that came down in front of you that gave you some more damage, and then looked like you took a pit stop to try to get some damage fixed or some tires for the last run there. But there were so many lap cars that got in the way. I couldn't figure out why there were so many in between you guys. But what could you have done different, I guess? And could you have had anything or I mean, obviously, I know you're a super speedway guru, so you probably had a few tricks up your sleeve there. But what could you have done different? I guess.
I guess really just give Herman a little bit of extra room. I mean, when he came down, I guess I could have laid off of it, but 2-3 laps to go. That's just not what you're supposed to do if you plan on finishing and getting to the booth to talk to you. But it did give us a lot of damage. There was a lot of cars. I mean, the 21 was the only one in the whole pack, I believe, that really up front at least that was on
We
the
did
lead lap
notice
there.
that.
Well, look, that's the thing. Like he was by himself. I was sixth. I was when they took the green. I was coming off of four, and I made like three wide moves to squeeze by. I didn't know who was who. I just know I had to pass. When I hit the white flag, I just was like, I'm in freaking second. What? And I mean, of course, the 21's gone. I mean, he ran a pretty good race. He was up at the front all night long, just like we had planned on. So we're Cold Dog Racing, we were running with our pink rims for breast cancer awareness this month. My stepmother passed away, so from that, so real special to a lot of us. And Mike Allen's wife is a survivor of that, so just really shout out to the women who all make our lives special. And but just the race overall, I don't know if you knew, we had about a long line there quite a few times. There was quite a few times we were side by side for the lead. As you could tell, we were all working together.
Was there six of you?
I won't reveal the final answer.
Well, Iron Man did put it in the chat. He named off all the numbers.
Yeah, I'll
So he
say
might have ratted
our
you out.
team, our team has four, and you could tell there was only four with pink rims out there. But our team has four. But no, super speedways is something that we really excel at. And no, man, if I would have been seventh and my guys would have been first through sixth, if that would have realized what really how many we had working together, but I would have been happy. Unfortunately, I think I'm the only one that finished on the lead lap, and that's a real bummer because we all work together. We all, whoever just happens to be out front, that's who gets the push. We don't fight, we don't, and that's really what got the 21. I really wish we would have taken it too wide and just had a lead up there. There's nowhere we could have went. If they went three wide, we could have blocked that, with another car. But overall, proud of the 21. He come in here, schooled us on the plate track. So I'm excited. We are excited about Phoenix next week. Really a very, very good racetrack for all of us. So, but no, thank you to you, man. Thanks to Mike and Honcho, who settle us down during the race, clear some black flags, get some EOLs. They are racing and putting this on at the same time. And sorry to the 21, I get a long winded up here, but no, just thank you to you because you give your time to come out and show us off to the world. So much appreciated. Shout out to Cold Dog, 40H, Militia. Shout out to Iron Man for being out there in chat, pulling for us. But no, man, we love these plate tracks. We can't wait till the next one.
Well, the next one isn't that far away, so we will definitely look forward to seeing you rub off on the rest of your teammates with the guru-ness that you have for these super speedways. It seems every single time you're out here. I think you won, what, two of the super speedways last season in Xfinity with iRacing Super Speedway. Somehow you made it into the first on that one, and then, of course, the grand one of rolling to the finish line without power at Talladega last season. So now this season you come in and start second. So
yeah, hey Swats, that is probably I've won like 3 Talladega gas miles, so I'll be there. I'll be there if it turns out that way. I'll be there.
I think are you racing on Tuesday as well for Xfinity?
Oh,
okay, so we'll see another Daytona J-Paw probably in the top 3 coming to the end of that one. Maybe if somebody will take you out. I'll be in that race. Maybe I'll take you out so that you don't get it. But
no,
I'm sure you'll be there. So, but congrats on the second place, second in points. Last season you finished second in points, I think, or third in points in Xfinity. Yeah. So starting the season early in trucks, being right here in the front, right behind a friend / teammate, whatever you want to call it, with Chris Murphy. So congrats on second place, and we'll look forward to seeing what you guys can do next week at Phoenix.
21 wasn't on our team, bro. He won that all by himself. Okay.
Well, quotation marks of friend.
Yeah, and hey, man, shout out to Pete. Shout out to Pete pulling in a P3.
I know, coming from not racing for the last several months to coming in third. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Pete, man.
All right. Well, let's jump to first place winner tonight at Daytona International Speedway. First race in the trucks, season 1 for Turn Down for What. Chris Murphy comes in here in his very first race and wins his very first race. Can't think of a better way to start a season, start a league. Not sure you can top that other than winning maybe next week. So, Chris, you were pretty clean all race. I don't remember seeing a whole lot of damage on your truck really at all, if any. Especially towards the end, you were clean. What, I guess, other than the friendship with Kodog Racing, what else could you have done to maybe be up front a little bit more? I mean, I know you were up front pretty much all race, but J-Paul led some laps. The 69 led some laps. The 1 was up there for a minute. 85 was up there. A few others. What do you, I guess, think won you the race?
Yeah, well, I mean, you said it right there. It was definitely a challenge to stay up front. My goal coming into this race was just to stay in front of the wrecks. I knew there was going to be a lot, so my goal was to keep my truck clean. So when I got pushed outside, I drifted back a little bit, but I used that to really practice on getting momentum built with the draft and being able to kind of time my moves. And then I believe it was like about 18 to go. I had the 9 the lap down car, the 9, actually pushed me up to the front, and I knew I had to get up there. That had to be my move because I couldn't have made a move from 7th if I waited any longer.
Well, you definitely made some big moves tonight. I think you put the rest of the league on notice as far as being a top contender for the end of the season, especially if you can or replicate what you did tonight. Obviously, it's a super speedway, so it's a wild card race. You never know what's going to happen, but it takes a lot of skill to run up front as much as you did this race. So we'll see what happens next week at Phoenix. What's your skill like for Phoenix next week?
Phoenix is another one that I really like.
Well, so the rest of the field is in trouble then.
I really like those short tracks. Just a little bit different skill set there. It's a lot more give and take than what you saw tonight. Hopefully, next week will be a little bit more clean, not so many cautions, and we can hopefully have 2, 3 wide for the win.
Yeah, this league here usually runs 1 to 2 cautions. Actually, I think of like 5 or 6 races towards the end of the season, you guys had 0 cautions in a lot of the races in Xfinity. So, would love to see that come over here to trucks this season. Obviously, a super speedway, it's a little bit of a known fact that the big one's going to happen. A few little ones are going to happen here and there. Guys with trying to fill holes that fill up real quick. So hopefully this is not a trend for the rest of the season, but I have a feeling it's just super speedway racing, kind of like when we go to very short tracks like Martinsville and Richmond and those. As Danny Hamlin always says before, it's just short track racing. This is super speedway racing. So Phoenix is kind of a oddly shaped, weird track. It's obviously a championship race and real NASCAR racing, but here it's going to be the second race of the season. So we'll look forward to seeing what happens there for you guys. And I guess any shout outs for you?
Actually, yeah. Thank you so much, Mike, for bringing me in. This is actually my first league I've ever been in. I'm still relatively new. I didn't even start iRacing until about 4 or 5 months ago. So I really appreciate him taking the chance and letting me be a part of this. And it seems to be a great group of guys. I look forward to battling with the 22 and the 8. And then also, I like to thank my wife for giving me the the time to be able to focus on iRacing while she takes care of the kids. Definitely couldn't be doing this without her.
Yeah, I feel you there. Most of us really need to thank the wives for letting us do this and do the broadcasting, the racing, and enjoy our hobby that we kind of have here with racing. None of us could be able to do it without them, so definitely appreciate that. And that's a big shout out for October month for breast cancer awareness. A lot of guys out there running the Cold Dog group running pink rims. Byron running the paint scheme for breast cancer awareness. Mike Allen running that paint scheme for Christine's Warriors for breast cancer awareness, with also his wife being a survivor. Byron with losing his grandmother. Obviously, J. Paul saying about losing his stepmom. So there's a lot of women out there we got to thank. I especially thank mine for doing this or for letting me do this. So there's definitely can't do it without them, and definitely appreciation out there. But definitely huge shout out to you guys putting on a show tonight. Huge shout out to Mike Campbell or Papa Bear for giving us a place to race, giving us a place to be out here and show off our skills. And then big shout out to everybody out there in chat, all the viewers tonight. I think we got up to about 29 at one point. I think we probably averaged around 22 most of the race. Majority, I would say about 5 or 6 of those were the Mike Allen group for Christine Warriors out there, but a few of them said they were going to be looking forward to watching the rest of the season. So hopefully we can continue the trend of the viewers. But definitely look forward to seeing what happens next week at Phoenix. And I'm going to run a commercial here, and then we will cut and catch you guys next Sunday at Phoenix.